After about most certainly he spoke for more than an hour, and after that, of course, I mean, and when he was speaking, I was inside. There was absolute silence. People were listening to him with rapt attention, but all the sort of indiscipline, if you like, happened after that. There was jostling. There was, people fell over each other to try and get a selfie done or shake his hands as the Prime Minister moved around. Of course, these were the people who were out, in the front rows. But this was an auditorium which is right behind me with 6 stories and with 6 rows and huge, 16,000 people or more. Let's talk to some of the people who are there. I have with me Dipin. You were there inside. You're heading the Australia-India Business Council. What do you make of the speech today?
The speech was fantastic. He appealed to the community. He spoke about a number of connections that Australia and India have, particularly in sport. And he also announced actions.
Visa on arrival.
Visa on arrival. And for the Australia-India Business Council and the business community at large, when they need to go to India urgently, I think this is a very positive step.
That's a positive
Absolutely.
step for business
Absolutely.
community.
Yes.
Okay. Shiba, you're also associated with the Australia-India Business Council. Tell us, you all are organizing a function tomorrow at Melbourne.
Yes.
Prime Minister spoke a lot about the quality of life. That's one point that I noted, that he said that it's not good enough,
That's right.
to sell your country as an attractive investment unless you can give a good quality of life to an expat who would want to come and
That's
work
right.
or head of organization.
That's right. I just love that bit because it just showed what a global mindset he has. Because instead of just thinking about India and what India has to offer and come and just get adjusted to India, it was really about, it's almost customer service at its best, So I felt it was a great speech that he gave there. What I particularly liked was what did he learn from Australia, and that was dignity of labor. And that is where he felt his programs like the cleanliness program, Clean India, and many more would be very successful.
I have one more young man, Vishnu Goswami, works with Nokia. This is the first time an Indian Prime Minister, in fact, he made that point that, it took 28 years for an Indian Prime Minister to come here. Our cricket teams visit regularly. What do you make of that?
Yeah, Sandeep, we feel here there are lots of Indians. I closely interact with a lot of Indian people. Of course, I'm in the corporate sector for a while. I've been moving around in the APAC region. When you come to Australia, there hasn't been, Julia Gillard, the Prime Ministers from this side of the world, has visited our country. But that hasn't been reciprocated that it should have been. But this is great that Modi himself has come over here. And as people are saying, his speech was great in the sense that he's not selling himself and his policies or a political party or anything, but he's selling what the country would eventually have to offer, which is great for us.
Right. Though he spoke a lot about his government, I must say, a lot of the domestic policies that he is doing. Very quickly, you were somewhat unhappy or unimpressed.
Well,
why so?
Yeah, well, look, PIO and OCI cards being made into one, that was announced in New York. So nothing new here. And visa on arrival was also announced some time ago. So that's not new either. It's not good to have New Zealanders having that and not Australians. So that's nothing new. What I was expecting from Mr. Modi was to announce dual citizenship for overseas Indians, which he did not do. Right. I think it's about time that India moves to giving dual citizenship to overseas Indians, just like Australia does, just like Canada does, just like America does, just like Canada and UK and all the countries. That he did not do, and I'm disappointed.
We cannot expect much. I do say that whatever he's doing in 6 months, no Prime Minister has done in 6 months this much. We have to support him. We have to give him time. We given him 5 years. Let's wait. Let's do our
okay, right. So, Amitav, there you see mixed kind of reactions. You get most people are actually hailing the fact that an Indian Prime Minister has come here. Many of them found the speech very inspirational, but there were quite a few people who thought that, something more could have been, more concrete could have been announced. But on the whole, very happy that an Indian Prime Minister has come down under after a gap of 28 years. Amitav?